Good morning, all. Deacon Tim here, and it's great to be with you. I do want to answer a couple questions that came up last week. I haven't been on the altar assisting at Mass on the weekends as much, in especially the last few weeks. Someone even asked if I was okay and everything else as I was at St. Luke's and sitting in the congregation at Mass, and I am fine. I was just supposed to, I had an out-of-town trip planned to go home and visit some friends, and then also we had a vacation planned that got canceled because of my wife's illness, and please keep praying for her. She can feel all the prayers. But so I had these weekends off, and so I just decided to take them off even though I was in town and wanted to come to Mass still at St. Vincent's and St. Luke's. So I'm fine, and I will, as you probably saw, some of you, I was on the altar the weekend before this message comes out, and I will be on the altar again, I'm sure, over and over again in the upcoming weeks. Some things going on. Got some great things starting in October. We already have all the things going on that many of you are taking part in Bible studies and Walking with Purpose and different things. OCIA, PSR started. And so hopefully if you have any interest in those things, contact those people and help out or go to the classes. I'm sure everybody would love to have you there. But October is a great month getting started for myself because I love teaching. And so the first thing is on the first Sunday of October, I believe it is October 5th. I think that's the first Sunday in October. Is the 5th. And but whatever that is, that Sunday, Dead Theologian Society will be starting at 6 o'clock at St. Vincent's at the offices. It's for all high school age kids, freshmen through seniors. Hopefully, parents that are watching this will do all they can to get their high school kids here. It is a great program, and we're fortunate enough here at St. John the Baptist Parish that Eddie Cotter, who started it all many years ago, and it's now a worldwide program for high school kids. He goes to church at St. Vincent's. He's and works in the area, lives in Centerburg, and so he usually often attends Mass at St. Vincent's. He does work at St. Patrick's downtown, but comes to Mass here, so he has been certainly a great resource for us. But it's a great program, learning about saints, learning about the Rosary, learning about purgatory, learning about prayer, and just for high school kids that have so many things in common, especially about the faith, that want to learn about the faith, they get together and talk, and we want to continue to grow that group. So it starts on that first Sunday, and I got to figure this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is the 6th. There we go. And so, but it's at 6 o'clock. We start out. We just do a little socializing from 6 usually to 6:30. 6:30, we're either going to the chapel or to the church. Our first saint will be St. John the Baptist. Time to learn more about our patron saint of our parish. And I'll be talking about that. We also then do a decade of the Rosary after we talk about the saint. We do the prayer to St. Gertrude, and we do some prayers for the faithful, and we present awards to people who have been coming on a regular basis. So everybody gets sweatshirts, t-shirts, whatever it might be, rosaries, all kinds of different things that we give to everybody to help these young people in their faith journey. But the biggest thing, then we come back, we get to eat after it's all over, we have a meal, and they get to talk with each other. They just get to talk and share with what's going on in their lives and things, and it's a great way of fellowship for those young people, and for them to, as I said, continue to grow in their faith, and it's something that has been very successful over the years. But as many people know, the month of October is the month of the Rosary. And so I thought real quick, I'll give you a little bit of background on the Rosary. And because on October 12th, we will be praying in Riverside Park in Mount Vernon. We've been doing that for many years, and I will get to that and talk about that in just a second. But let's talk a little bit about the Rosary. The Rosary is, in some form, the Rosary's been around since maybe the 300s. It wasn't using the prayers as we did, but using pebbles on some kind of string or something. People used it to be able to count. To be honest, it started out to count the 150 Psalms. People would pray the Psalms, and they would count the Psalms that way. And then they used it for other things, to other prayers. But to get to where we are now, where we pray the Rosary with using the primarily the Our Father, the Glory Be, and the Hail Mary, and the way it is set up now, that took a long time to get to, because it took a long time to get to, actually to get the Hail Mary in its current form that we pray it. And it was a process. But around the 1200s, St. Dominic, in having a vision of the Blessed Virgin Mary, really got it put together the way we pray it today. And that was in the early 1200s. And so since then, there hasn't been a lot of changes with the way we pray the Rosary. But since then, there's been so many different things leading to the popularity of the Rosary as we have it today. In the 1500s, Pope Pius V, I forget who he was telling to pray it, but there was a war going on with the Muslims, and they were very much outnumbered by the Muslim ships. And Pope Pius asked the people to pray the Rosary to help to defeat the Muslims in this war that was going on. And even though they were well outnumbered, it worked, and the Muslims were defeated. But obviously, the main place where the Rosary really took off was in 1917 in Fatima, when Our Lady appeared to the young children in Fatima, talked to them in many appearances about praying the Rosary and praying the Rosary for peace. And many people since then, since 1917, have prayed the Rosary. My big thing is, myself included, we don't pray it enough. We don't have enough people praying it because we don't have peace. We don't have peace in our world. We don't have peace in our church. We don't have peace anywhere. And especially today. So let's, during this month of October, we already pray the Rosary every Monday nights at St. Vincent Church at 6:30. They pray often at St. Luke's before Masses and different things. That is in the bulletin as well. As I said, we have the prayer in the park coming up at Riverside Park. That will be at noon on October 12th. And that is specifically through Our Lady of Fatima, an organization from Our Lady of Fatima where we'll be praying in the park. That'll be being prayed all over the world. Every Tuesday during the month of October at 8:30 in the morning, the St. Vincent school kids will be praying the Rosary in the church. So you're more than welcome to come here and join them there and pray. But I can't ask you enough to come and pray in the park, because we see people walking through and they're asking us what we're doing, and we're telling them, and we get to explain to some of them about the Rosary. Some people have, in past years, have come and just joined us. We give them a handout, and it might be the first time they've ever prayed the Rosary. But we have to pray the Rosary if we're going to be bring peace, not only, and by peace, I don't mean peace like we need peace over in the Middle East, and certainly we do. We need to pray for peace in the Middle East. We need to pray for peace in our world, because we seem to, in our own country, in our own communities, when in doubt, fight when we have disagreements. That we can't sit and talk and learn from each other. And that's what we need to pray about. So I challenge everyone out there that's listening to this to not only challenge yourselves to pray the Rosary beginning every day from today, but especially beginning every day in October. Challenge me. I'm no different than many of you that don't pray the Rosary every day. I need to be reminded. I need to be challenged. So if you see me, just ask me, did you pray the Rosary today, Deacon? And if I didn't, it may be the push I need to go into my car, go home, just get out my Rosary and pray. I have a Rosary in my car. I often carry the one my finger Rosary, I have it, and then I don't use it. So I need to be reminded. So let's remind everybody, as the Blessed Virgin Mary has challenged us on many occasions, when she has appeared to so many different people, to pray the Rosary daily. So it can not only bring peace to our whole world, but especially bring peace to ourselves. May God bless you all. And again, 12th of October, 12 o'clock, Riverside Park. Please join us.